You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show. It's The Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, Rob Spiewak. And now here's Mike.
Hey, we have a new look with a new camera down here in Fort Myers. Sorry. Change upsets me.
Fort
Change
Sumter?
Makes me feel
What fort are you in?
odd. Look at my Bill O'Reilly age spots that everybody can see now. You guys look so smooth and like spot free. I look seriously like I've been dipped in Wesson oil. And by the way, we were tweaking these cameras right up until showtime.
Yes.
So I'm trying to figure out what we're
Mike,
doing.
I
By
treat
the way,
myself like a veal. That's why I look like
Want
this.
to turn up the new theme music that we have for the show? You like that?
Like it.
Carla said it's positive.
Oh my
get
God,
that.
it is
Yes,
positive.
I get that.
You hate positive.
Well, I hate positive, but doesn't mean we can't have positive music for the show.
That's true. I like that.
Yeah, all new. I want to explain what we're doing here on the Mike O'Mara Show. We've made a few changes. One of the best changes for our listeners is going to be we are going from 5 to 4 breaks. So you're going to have 4 commercials
More content.
instead of the 5 that we've had before. And we are also making some changes with the video presentation. Oscar can probably tell us more about exactly what went into that and what's going to happen in the future. It's not all going to happen at once, but we're going to be trying to do that with a little more video producing and all that.
It's a solid evolution, and this really comes into really the world of show and tell, as we have so much video. We've been doing it for years.
Yes.
It's high time that we start incorporating some of the videos that we've used to express, not just within Rob's portion of the show, but our portion of the show. When we want to bring something in on demand, you'll start seeing that more and more on our Facebook and YouTube presentations.
It's what we call, Mike, in the business of theme parks, a soft open. We're easing into all the new elements, and before you know it, it's going to be a brand new product, and you're going to love it.
Yeah, this is not going to be done right away because we're getting the equipment in place for it, but the Audio Vault is no longer going to be the Audio Vault. It's going to be called the Digital Dumpster.
Goodbye, Audio Vault.
When you hear this lovely sound right here,
and what's great is it's no longer a matter of leaving it open. When we closed the Audio Vault on the last show, we changed the combination. All the sounds are in there. They're safe. No one can get at them. They're gone. They're gone. Now everything is in a more open, it's a more 2021 presentation, Mike. It is a dumpster full of digital goodness.
You may have heard a new announcer that we have. We brought in our own Mark Riddell, who deserved to get the shot at doing that because he has done such a good work with the production on the show. So that's new as well. And other than that, am I leaving anything out? I think I've got everything. It's not all that big a deal.
Yeah, but your cameras, I think that presentation is probably the most
startling.
Not startling. I would say the most daring on our end, because we get to now
daring on my end to be 61, and look at that.
Can you do a little Bill O'Reilly voice to match your camera?
We'll do it live. We'll do it. What we got is I'm shining on my forehead.
Yeah,
and that's the type of thing.
Can you zoom out and show people like the dexterity of your actual camera? There you go.
There you
Whoa!
go.
Look at that. Is that a sock on? No, that's a pillow.
It's a sock. It's the broadcast sock.
It's a tube sock.
It goes up to the knee, got 2 wide red stripes. Okay, that's horrifying. Stop that now. No more of that. Oh! Don't care for it. Not one bit. No, sir. Someone go revive Maddie.
You can press 1 and 1 if you want to go back to your original location. Yeah. I think that should work.
It's a good video.
That was a big dramatic change. Anywho, yes, Maddie?
Oh, yeah. It was frightening a little bit, but I think we're back now.
She's back.
We're
Okay,
looking
good.
good.
Good. Maddie, isn't Maddie going to be announcing a segment too today?
Absolutely.
Isn't she?
Yeah. And Maddie,
Yeah.
and this is exciting because she's been after me. She loves being on the microphone.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
she's
The
been-
news you may not need is going to be replaced with what we're going to call the homepage. It's basically the same thing. We're moving it up earlier
A
in the
little
show.
earlier in the show, but Maddie
I mean,
loves
these are
getting in and
changes.
talking.
Change is hard, and I mean, I think change is something where you shake
Evolve or
things up
die,
a little
Mike.
bit. And
Sometimes both.
big a deal. But no, this is a very, very, very good camera that we have because for a long time I've wanted to match up with the boys in Washington, and we haven't been able to do that, and now we have, and we're very, very excited about it. And I mean, it was that was I think the easiest thing of all. Oscar and I worked on that over the weekend, and
And you were
it really
so
came out,
patient. Let me tell you.
How was it? I didn't even ask how that went.
I think
know
I
that
was more patient with Oscar on Sunday than I was at the beginning of the show today when you asked me to find an Ethernet cable. Because I'm backed up against a wall.
Yes.
And there's so much stuff that goes into this. And people should be aware of any broadcast operation.
Yeah.
But a video broadcast operation of any kind. And by the way, tell your friends and your neighbors to enjoy this program video because we are making more of an effort to put our video foot forward on this. But I have
You're welcome, ladies.
I have a massive amount of equipment on a massive table that is on casters, but it's still when we get a shot and then it's like, well, we need to put this last Ethernet cable in. It should seemingly be a nothing deal, but I have to move things and roll it.
And then little Michael is almost of age. I'm waiting until he's 10. So he could be our little gaffer, our guy that runs around and
that's true.
And does
Now
lights.
I disconnected from Pony Boy though. How bad is that going to be? That we
He
fine.
He can't spy on you anymore.
you can still can you still connect me?
If I need to, if there's an emergency, we can plug it in. It's fine.
Okay, but can you still connect me?
Yes, I can connect to your Comrex.
Yeah.
So that's
It's a zip.
so you don't need this to connect to my Comrex.
Or tell us.
No,
Either.
tell us.
Oh, then okay.
Yeah.
Then can I also get rid of that monitor?
You sure can.
Yeah.
The HP monitor
Oh, you
from
hate that monitor.
1973.
You hate
Mike,
it.
when they're
Well,
free,
it fell
they're
again.
free.
It fell
Yeah.
again.
Throw it away.
It's a pain.
Oh my God!
Really?
How
Could
many
you
times
please light
has
it
it
on
fallen?
fire for your Instagram page?
Yes.
So many people would go and see it.
Do what?
Light it on fire.
Did you go out onto the lanai with a canister of Ronson lighter fuel and give it a little dousing and a little match?
No,
And
I
boom,
don't want to do that.
And
I
off to
don't
the
want to
races.
do that. I really have no desire to do that whatsoever. So we're very, very excited, and we actually put a lot of time and effort, and I want to thank everybody that did that and everybody that dealt with we weren't on yesterday, but we worked on our President's Day
It
getting
was a
these
holiday,
things.
Mike.
Yes,
it was a
federal
holiday. Federal holiday, and we worked very hard to get it done for you, and I'm very, very, very excited about what the future holds. Now, a little detail you're not going to know about, but they're commercial details here for our advertisers, where it's gonna work a little bit better for them as well. So we're happy, and I think everything is going to be fine. And then if I'm alive, and 10 years we will not be updating. No, 10 years we will be having a celebration.
Yes.
In
yes.
10 years.
Well, I mean, it technically,
your life.
I look, if I'm in 10 years and I feel like going, look, now I look at some people that are elderly and say, they did okay. When I look at Alex Trebek, I don't know.
Mike, I know this, that in 10 years, if we do another update, if we're looking for a cable, it's not going to be for the computer. It's going to be for you.
You got to plug him in.
We got to plug Mike in.
Hey, Rob, was I the only one yesterday when we were here at 8 o'clock Eastern time, meaning everybody got up at about, I get up at 6 o'clock every morning anyway, but actually 5:30.
Okay.
I've been taking to getting up at 5:30, 5:45.
Do you wake up
And Michael
naturally, or
crawled
is
into
that
bed.
is
no,
that an
Michael?
alarm?
No, I got a leg cramp this morning, so I was up at like
Oh,
quarter
no.
5. Yeah,
Drink some
it's
water.
dehydration. I think it's dehydration.
And potassium.
You know?
Yeah.
Or you keep saying potassium.
Yeah.
I don't know
Eat
if it's
eat a
potassium
banana.
or
That's
not.
the
I'm
1930s
not going
cure
to eat a
for it.
banana. That's
Bananas-
you know what? That's from the 1950s.
I said 30s, but still.
Eat a banana.
Sure, it's a
but-
tropical
so-
delight.
Thank you. What can you say about Oscar yesterday? Was Oscar, I felt like, and we're getting a little bit of it today, Oscar has had more resting bitch face in the last 48 hours than I've seen in quite some time.
I thought it was very joyful today.
Oscar was actually a little ebullient today because he got, as he said, 10 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
But yesterday there was perhaps a small bit of
annoyance,
anger, just a little.
I felt like he could snap,
of anger
like
at any time.
really snap
Yes,
at any moment.
At any moment. Yeah, I agree. Yesterday,
and you know why I think, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, Oscar.
Yes.
You think I'm going to snap, and that puts you in a funk.
No, I just thought that look, I'm just going to call it how it is. I was annoyed at Rob. I thought he should have done a better job of understanding what you said, because I thought you were going to go sideways on us because you didn't get what you wanted in the morning yesterday.
It was a little bit of a breakdown in communication.
Yes.
With that, but
and I told Rob as much. I told Rob as much after the show, where I was like, "This is lazy work. Do better."
Right. Well, it was just a question of listening.
Yeah.
And we
got it right. But that's what I wasn't mad at. I wasn't mad at you guys. I was mad that the communication wasn't clear after all that work we did during the week, saying this is what we wanted.
Yeah. Well, it was out with the old and with the new, and sometimes certain people, I think, subconsciously. It's hard. Is it hard for you to do that? It's hard for you to change.
Really
anything.
hard for me. Extraordinarily hard for me.
Because there were all these vestiges going back.
Well, there was.
I wanted to subtract because listen,
there was some subtraction, but there was some that should have been more. Subtraction should have been done. Granted.
Well, what it was I love the history of our shows, the entities, the shows, but also at a certain point, I think from a standpoint of presentation with audio, you know, I like to get right to it. Yeah. And one of the things I tend to see on, and by the way, the opening to this show is the opening to the show. You're not going to get a second one. Right. I have had multiple people tell me over the years, like, you open your show and then you open your show again. Mm-hmm. I thought, Oscar, we had that discussion. I thought that was job one. I thought that was like the thing that I had said. Maybe I hadn't seen it. But somehow,
but it worked out in the long run. You guys communicated during the day. Yesterday at night,
we had a good talk last night, and we fixed it,
and everything's coming together.
Well, he forgot it this morning too. Well, last night when he sent me the breakdown of what it was. You know.
I guess what's important for us is that we are working collectively, and we've been doing this forever remote. Yes. So it's so much easier to have something fall through the cracks. And I imagine a lot of people going through this now, even when they're working on their own projects with this pandemic in place, where I thought it was going to be done this way. But the real stressor comes when you're 24 hours away from launching something so new for everybody that you're like, this has to be perfect. And maybe we put too much pressure on ourselves.
I don't know. I think that for me, doing this for as long as we've done this podcast and radio program. We always consider this a radio show as well, and a podcast for over 10 years now. And to do, I think it's exciting when I see something that makes me not nervous as much, probably a little nervous. When you've got something going on, I think it means we take it seriously and we give a crap about what we're doing. We have always prided ourselves. I remember it was the DC Improv where we went into the Improv and we had video and we had backdrops and we had microphones and we had lights and camera and action. And we were told by, I think one of the guys that worked there, is most of these podcasters, it's an art that doesn't exist anymore, where there's a little showmanship. So we would bring in a few bells and whistles. Now, I like that for a live audience that we're doing on stage. When it comes to the presentation of a podcast radio show like this, I like getting right to it. You have shown us that that's what you like too. Yeah. When it's just us kind of, flapping our gums, going in whatever direction we're going to go in. Not that the show isn't planned out, but less of the wait. I got bored with that. I thought that was tedious. I thought there was way too much overproduction for that. So that's why we decided to do what we were going to do.
Lean.
And
Carla,
I can hear you. I can hear you now, and I'm trying to do a brand new professional. Would you like to come in and see the way the show looks now?
Well, I thought hearing her was part of the new sound of the show.
Unless Winslow got out of his crate and is making an omelet in the kitchen.
Alpo omelet.
You can zoom out if you'd like.
Oh, all right.
If she's comfortable with that.
Hold on just a second. All right, there we go.
Hi, Carla.
Oh, look at
Hi,
these new
Carla. How
cameras.
are you?
Wow.
Hello.
Hi.
How you been?
Thanks for
Good.
helping
Don't
Mike this weekend. Don't get too close, she said. Mike, how dare you?
You're mugging, Mike. Stop that.
Yeah,
Cut
so
that out.
dare you. There
How
you
dare
go.
you? That's
Yeah.
right.
Like that new auto feature.
Looks great. You guys sound wonderful. I've been listening.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's sweet.
Although the house is really dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Are you
That's
able
for
to
a
hear
fact.
the show okay with all the clanging of the pots and pans?
would you like to share with the class what you shared with me? I believe it was Saturday or Sunday. I forgot what day it was when you came over. Remember, I was getting emotional
Yeah, Mike was getting
watching The
emotional.
Descendants
Yes.
with the bedside moment where I
Yes.
got all.
So he
very
started, crying.
No, that's sexy.
And I got close to him and I was wiping his tears. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. And I leaned down and I gave him a kiss.
And then later on, she said I
hold on.
stunk.
Then at the same time, I'm like, but I couldn't tell him what he smelled at that time because he was crying.
Yeah.
But his face smelled like mildew.
Wow.
And I have no idea why. It was disgusting.
So his face smelled like mildew?
My face smelled like your breath does right now.
Oh, boy.
oh, that's lovely.
How dare
That's
you?
lovely.
Turnabout
dare
is
you.
fair play.
Do you think the mildew face has to do with the busted pipe?
You're
Ah.
such a liar.
A lot
Great
of
question.
Rob says, "Do you think the mildew face has to do with the busted pipe?"
because there's a
There's
lot
so
of water
much
in your
stink
house.
in our world right
A
now.
lot of water in your
How about
house.
the carpet?
Yeah.
How's the
Oh my
carpet doing?
God, our carpet smells.
Do you think like one of the previous
I
elderly
hate this
owners?
house.
Oh, no.
And she scurries
And she's
away.
gone. Oh,
Gone.
Mike, that's the first cuss word on that new camera.
Yep. Mike, I read an article this weekend that said this pandemic has really wreaked havoc in the real estate market, not because homes aren't selling, is homes are selling too fast.
Yes.
And when they sell too
It
fast,
is.
you don't
By
do
the
due
way,
diligence.
Yeah, I had a guy from my old neighborhood said, "Bet you wish you put your house on the market 3 months later." Just like nakedly, rude to me. Like, bet you could have made a few more. I said, "Hey, but you have to remember, I bought my other house at that same moment."
Right.
Okay?
Yeah,
that
yeah,
house, because that's the way. By the way, can I tell people about this? Here's a rule of real estate.
Okay.
This is the absolute irrefutable truth. Most people, if they sell a house, unless they're fabulously wealthy, they're selling a house and going to get another house.
That's what
That's
I
why
don't know
they
any
sell-
other way.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know
that's
any
it.
other
That's
way.
what most
you
people
might have
don't.
a terminal disease.
Most people don't know any other way. So
Yeah.
when you're talking about, hey, you could have gotten a lot more, you probably bought the other house you're moving into for a better price. Do you understand what I'm saying?
one-
here?
one hand washes the other.
Contingent.
It's the same. Yeah.
It's contingent on you selling the house.
And the next time someone comes up to you and says, "Bet you wish you had done it 3 months ago," you say, "Bet you wish you tried harder in school."
Mike, I hate this house for my wife. And you know what
Yeah.
I say to her? I said, I do too.
Carla, do you really hate this house?
But you really do, Oscar.
Oh, I really do.
You really do.
Yeah.
It's sort of a running theme.
She's always talking about other houses.
I had this sweet moment yesterday when Shannon was sitting on the bed doing her hair because we don't have anywhere else for her to do her hair. So she sits cross-legged on the bed and like she's in college.
Sure.
Right
Like a
next to
dorm
me-
room.
Right next to me in Santos. I said,
that
one day,
that imagery kind of works for me.
I said, one day, Peach, we're going to remember the times where you had to sit on the bed like we were in college and you're doing your hair while I'm watching TV and the dog's here just trying to hump my leg. And we'll remember the times where we have an actual bathroom you can sit in and do your hair in or whatever that looks
Are
like.
you planning on a move at some
No,
point?
no. Not
Maybe you
anytime
could
soon.
move
I just
closer to Podcast
planting,
Village.
I like planting these seeds of hope.
Oh,
to get her past
You're
this.
teasing her.
Don't be
get
sad.
her past
Don't be
this.
sad. You
I'm
know
not
what?
sad.
I
I'm a
mean,
happy man, Mike.
This is
I
all
don't
going to be
need that
yours
much.
someday. Charlie Bernie can't live forever. Speaking of Charlie Bernie, hold on.
Oh, that's right.
Charlie Bernie gave me something.
Charlie, don't listen to them.
No.
Charlie. Oh, by the way, I've got. Oh, I don't have it yet.
What's
I
that?
didn't get it yet. I have music for everybody. I'll debut
all
that
right.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's slow roll it. Slow
so
roll it.
Charlie,
Music.
Charlie from Podcast Village, Charlie
Yeah.
Bernie for little Michael to open on air. Now, I cleared this with Oscar.
Yes.
Because little Michael's at school
At
today.
school.
He will
Yes.
be usually when we tape every day.
Escuela.
So
You're
this
not
will be
going to let
given
Mike. You're not going to let Michael open it on his own podcast.
Not on his own podcast. All right. Hold on.
It's just shorter than this one.
It's a
still
little
called
guy.
the Michael O'Mara Show.
Michael O'Mara Show.
Michael O'Mara Show. The Michael O'Mara Show. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, little guy. There's a little.
Shut up.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
You pushed it, Oscar.
All right. So this is redefine your safety.
Oh, look at that.
Live all.
Oh, nice packaging.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Like
All
really.
right. Yeah.
Live all. Is it Lival?
I don't want to mess it up because I'm going to give it to Michael.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
open
this is
the
a
box?
bicycle helmet.
Oh, how
it's
nice.
right?
It's not just a bicycle helmet.
Hold on.
Is it an
I don't wanna
electric
mess it
one?
up.
Don't just look at it.
Hey. This is a family segment on an adult show.
Okay.
So he's got the
opening it up.
plastic
He's got
out.
Plastic wrap. If
Oh,
you're
I'm
watching.
messing it all up.
It's
No,
fine. You
no.
can't mess it up.
It's a helmet.
Yeah.
All right. It's a helmet in a bag.
Ooh, that means.
Thank you, Charlie.
They-
Is Charlie
they're taking care of
around
it.
or is Charlie?
No,
hanging out?
Charlie's at the other office.
All right.
So you're taking it out of the bag.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
What is this? All right. So, has this got a light on it?
It's got. It's one of those
falling
smart
apart.
helmets
Okay.
that you can actually connect a phone to.
Oh, so you could track where he
You
is.
could call or you could play music. It's just
Charlie.
Oh my
yes,
God!
it's
How
very
cool!
very cool, and it's for kids.
Charlie, my God, what an incredibly
that
thoughtful and
sweet?
generous gift.
Since
And it's got
Fantastic.
the safety light on there as well.
Since it's open, I know it's a kid's helmet, but does it fit you at all?
You know, Shecky, I know you took your funny pills today. I'm not putting the helmet on.
I'm just
not
thinking,
doing a
a lot of
stupid-
times-
Can
a
you
lot
just
of
put it
times-
on top of your head to
By
see
the way,
what the
I
ratio
can't tell
is?
you with this new camera how thrilled I am with my growing out weed up here just right before the. Look at that horrible,
Can you zoom in there
decrepit-
to see what we got topography wise?
Yeah.
What's that? Let me
little
just
zoom
hold
in.
this.
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Put that on top of your head just to see
Well,
how.
I'm not gonna-
height to size ratio, like size ratio.
No, we're not wearing that. I'm going to put
Okay,
this back
okay.
together.
Yeah, Oscar, what's the
Something
matter with
fell
you?
Sorry.
on the ground?
That is so cool.
so
So he
this
can
is-
actually
that is
play
nice,
music
though.
through it. That's neat.
Is Charlie a gadget guy like you are?
Oh,
Oh,
Charlie's a
100%.
definite gadget guy. Mm-hmm. And then so this is the story behind that.
I don't want to
gift.
put it on my head. It might stink.
But
Right, Carla?
but Charlie's soul is not full of gadgets.
No. He's fulfilled by his family. and
He
love.
is, exactly.
So Charlie saw this, ordered it initially for himself. Full disclosure, and he, in his rush to order it because he thought it was going to be sold out, he ordered a
So
child.
Charlie could be tracked on his bicycle. if
no,
he
a
got
child.
lost.
A child size.
No, what it is, Mike, is a lot of people at Podcast Village, we worry about Charlie.
Oh, Charlie has
He
one of
wanders.
those scooters that scoots around the city, so he wanted a smart helmet.
Have you ever gotten a Podcast Village silver alert, Mike? That's when Charlie's out walking around the city.
So,
All right, I'm putting this
so
back.
instead of just returning it and just getting an exchange, he ordered an adult size one for himself.
And use the
And he
other
kept,
to
he
do
kept
good.
the kids
yeah.
one. And he said,
I cannot tell you. I'll call
Yes.
him today.
"Yeah, it's so
and,
sweet." He said, "I think little
I'll
Michael would
drop
like
him a
this."
note today. I'll drop him a line.
That's cool.
And I said, "I think little Michael would love that." Mm-hmm. So we agreed. And
that
he
is
sent it.
really Charlie. That is so wonderful.
That's really
and,
sweet.
He's about due to grow out of the Batman helmet.
Yeah.
So that's cool too.
Safety first, Mike.
I'm trying to get this. I don't want to.
I was asked to wear a helmet as a child, but not when I was on a bike.
Yeah. But that was because
Rob
Charles-
for about 14 years wore
Yeah.
one of those hockey helmets.
We
We're
have
not
the
gonna
soft
make
spot.
that.
And you know what?
It's
There was other corrective devices, but my knees are better and my feet
Yeah.
are straightforward.
Run, Robert, run! Run, Robert, run!
They called it a smart helmet, but it didn't have any devices in it.
One of the things I do down here. Let me ask you guys: when you do a
Yes.
remodel of a studio, when you do some
Yeah.
rebuilding of a
Yes,
studio,
yes.
do you go to broadcast after everything has been like buttoned up and cleaned up and neatened up and all that? I don't. Right now it
yeah,
looks like
well,
a tornado hit this studio right now.
We usually clear all the gear, or by we I mean me, me and maybe 2 or 3 hands.
Minions?
Oh, you
have
get people to help.
yes.
You don't. You.
He gets minions.
Well, no, I you know what, Mike, I like to know it's being done right, so I
Right.
do get involved. And so we do have team members So we all work together and we clear the entire studio of the gadgets, build what we have to build, and then cable what we need to cable. And then we actually go we test live because if a cable needs to be rerouted, we haven't put everything away. So we're in a similar space.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I understand, Bruce.
But when you're finished, it's tidy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, after the test, you want to have all
hidden.
this stuff hidden and you clean,
Hidden
you have
the
it,
walls.
maximize your counter space, all that stuff. That's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to do that.
I wish I did. We all wish we did live in Florida.
I've lost my phone.
It seems to be much nicer.
What?
Florida, the weather, the climate, everything.
We're going to talk about that in the homepage coming up.
Yeah, I just said we all do wish we lived there.
Are you getting anything? Are you getting anything at all?
Ice.
And there's another weather event on Thursday.
It's going to be an ice event?
An ice event, yes, Thursday morning. That's
How would you rate the season? So it's been kind of crappy
C
up there,
minus
right?
at
best.
It's
it's worse. And I'll tell you, Mike, this is you usually have a story, and you might have it this week. I'm sorry if you do. But like as far as people getting seasonal depression, if you got it, you know it. You're getting it.
Mm-hmm.
It's even worse with the pandemic.
It is.
It's hard to find the silver lining where you're like, just some ice. Well, no, we don't want to really driving to work, so it's no big deal. Well, they're not really salting the road, so if I had to go somewhere, I probably wouldn't make it anyways. So,
and also the weather, it's the worst variant, Mike. It's the worst variant of DC weather, and you lived here long enough to know it. It's not a mild winter. It's not a cold winter. It's a damp, 35-degree, humid winter, and it's disgusting. You go outside, and you walk a block, it's gross.
Someday, we will move my facility down here, and you guys can come down and do at least a week of shows down here, which I think and this would be the time of year to do it.
Can we move you to Miami, and then we come down? Maybe we all go somewhere?
What?
We all go somewhere. Like we all go somewhere
Oscar,
together.
he's pleased with the idea of Florida. Now he's just sort of laser focusing his target. He wants Miami.
Would be nice. Maybe we could do a live show afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, I could go to Miami. It's 90 minutes to go down. If you wanted to do every year a show down in Miami, live shows down in Miami,
I love Miami.
and you could set it up remotly.
Yes,
I'd do Miami every year, maybe 2 weeks. Come down for 2 weeks.
2 months.
That's expensive.
Find a diner.
A diner.
Are
you being serious? Or are you being? I mean,
Mike. After this pandemic lifts, people want to get out.
Yeah.
Now we're
Wouldn't
going back
it be
to Vegas.
more cost effective though to come down here where I have a facility? And
but no one's going to want to come to Fort Myers for a live show.
Well, I don't want to do a live show.
No, he just wants to do the show.
Okay,
I want to do the show.
Yeah.
We'll do a live show. By the way, I would love to do a live show at some point in Miami, or Fort Lauderdale area, or that type, or even Tampa.
Jacksonville.
Yeah,
so many great places.
223.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
The vaccine.
All right.
Right?
Okay. All right. We're done talking.
No.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry. That's it. It's time to take a break, and I'm going to play this now. Okay. There we are. Does that sound good?
Yes.
All right. We'll be right back with more fun and thrills. This is the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oscar, it is your father.
I listened to The Mike Show.
The Mike Show!
And then
The Mike Show!
There was a segment on The Mike Show where you talked about me dying in the list you gave me.
I am disappointed in you.
Am I your payaso? Which means, am I your clown? Am I your clown, right, in Spanish?
Am I your clown?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And it sounds worse in Spanish.
Yeah, payaso.
Like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
Your brother's being pushy. Tell him to back off.
Say hello to my little friend.
Don't be un payaso. The TMOS bonus show is an extra uncensored hour of La Diversión. Every week, order a subscription today by clicking the banner at MikeOMaraShow.com, and you'll have a plethora of the Mike Bonus Show.
Payaso.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. This portion of the program is brought to you by Thompson Cigar. Now, listen, the best way to relax is with a premium cigar, and I get mine from Thompson Cigar Company. It's part of my golfing ritual with over a century in the business. These guys really, really, really know their stuff. They have the best prices on everything from Macanudo to Montecristo. Looking to try new rare top-rated blends? Check out Thompson Cigar's tour and sample 5 different blends each month. Thompson Cigar Company. You are going to love it. And they continue to be the #1 choice for premium cigars in the USA because they deliver the very best customer experience. It is so, so great to shop for something I love with online convenience and know that I'm dealing with the best in the biz. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you to sit back and take a break from all the craziness with a cigar from Thompson Cigar Company. These guys rarely do offers, but right now Thompson is offering our listeners 15% off orders over $75 or 20% off orders over $99. Just go to thompsoncigar.com and use promo code TMOS when you're ready to check out. That website is Thompson, THOMPSON, cigar.com, and use the code TMOS. And we thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the homepage.
The homepage. Guess whose voice that was?
Maddie.
That's Maddie Masiello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that. Did you hear that okay? Was that level okay, or should I do it again? Because
Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Let's do it again. Let's do that again.
All right.
I think I need to do this just a little bit. And now I like to feature Maddie. Here we go. Play.
This is the homepage.
Isn't that nice?
I love
That's
it.
very sweet.
I like that.
A little texture.
All right, so we were talking about the cold weather. It was so cold. It's so cold around the entire United States.
How cold is it?
I'm not really doing shtick.
Oh, okay.
It is so cold that Dallas, Oklahoma, San Antonio, Kansas City, Austin, and Corpus Christi all saw their coldest temperatures since the 1980s. I'm curious to know what exactly it is in D.C., just how cold it is up there.
The current temperature, Mike, in Washington, D.C., 41 degrees and cloudy.
Yeah, so 41, but overnight, it'll freeze overnight, 30, 32. And then when we have, I guess the last 3 days, we've had ice, hail, and then we're taking a pause.
Yeah.
Right back to sleet, ice, hail.
But we've not, Mike, we've seldom ducked below 30 degrees, and that's that horrible.
Yeah, but you're not getting what the rest of the country is.
No, not even close.
It is so
not
cold
They're
that
paralyzed.
almost half of the people in the country are under a winter storm watch, a warning, or an advisory. That's 154 million people. It is so cold that the pucks kept shattering during a charity hockey game in Alberta, Canada.
Wow.
This is a true story. Temperatures were getting as low in Alberta as minus 40 degrees. That's cold. It is so cold that in Kansas, the highway patrol cracked an egg and the yolk froze on the way out and turned into a solid stick.
Wow. That's the opposite of the other DJ trope of putting an egg on the sidewalk in the summertime to watch it fry. So
And it's
they're
so
using
cold.
eggs to tell weather now.
A salt truck in Tennessee, thanks for that. A salt truck in Tennessee hit a patch of black ice and rolled over. That's how cold it is. So that's all I got. But anyway, let's see here. Larry King's widow, that's not what I wanted to play. I wanted to play this. Mike's first mistake. Larry King's widow, Sean, found out last week that she was left out of his will, and she's fighting it.
Oh, snap.
Didn't we have a Larry King will story, though, before he died? I thought that when they
He
got
was
divorced...
rewriting the will.
Yes, I believe that's right.
Because they got divorced.
Yeah.
But she's fighting it. Larry filed for divorce from Sean in August of 2019. 2 months later, he amended his will to state that he wanted his $2 million estate split between his 5 children, but never told her. By the way, all the jokes aside, Larry King, with both his daughter passing away and his son predeceasing
Larry Jr.,
him. I mean, really horrible. Larry, had a divorce from Sean a while back. It was ugly. Sean says she and Larry wrote up a very watertight family estate plan together in 2015. But didn't all the crap with their marriage happen after 2015?
Yeah, after
they broke up.
Yeah.
Before she, and she thinks it supersedes the changes Larry made.
Does she know
Poor
the
Larry.
span of
And
time?
Isn't it odd that they would use the word watertight? Because doesn't the pool boy get involved in that story?
I think it was a soccer coach.
Oh, boy.
Pool boy. Oh, pool
Hello,
boy.
pool boy. Sean King. Sean King. Sorry, too soon.
No, about right.
$2
She
million
also
is
thinks
terrible.
someone pressured Larry into changing his will. But if she has a culprit in mind, she's not naming them. 2 of Larry's remaining heirs, Cannon and Chance, are her sons with Larry, and she says they didn't know about the new will either, and they support her.
But are they in the will,
the new
though?
kids support her. Well, I don't know. But I think the kids are in the will. I think he left everything to his kids, but she wasn't taking. And is this any? Look, when you are the trophy wife and you pull this kind of crap, it just shows that you really were the trophy wife and that your motivations are. But I thought that it's sick.
Am I wrong to think, fellas, that $2 million for Larry King and the body of work this man and all of those fish oils is not something a number that should impress us? I thought that man would at least have a $20 million.
I think that number's
stake,
wrong. I think
right?
that number has to be
missing
wrong.
a zero.
I think I was plagued by bad investments.
You have to realize, though, with Larry King, Larry had, I believe, the home in Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had for a long time a place in Washington, D.C.,
Sure.
and probably in New York as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Larry was a worker bee. Larry went to the diner for bagels. Larry wasn't out there buying yachts or anything like that.
But
so
he
one
was-
has to look at perhaps the spouse and see how much money was chewed up to the.
He just
I would
signed
like
a
to see
$5 million production deal like 7 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she had a lifestyle that she'd grown accustomed to. And also, Larry came from the world of horse racing. So there might be debts we might not know about.
Why are you doing shtick? We're having you. Aren't you serious about? Wouldn't you like to see the financials? Oscar's right. $2 million seems to be
that's
a little
if,
silly.
If that is the case, there's a leak that we don't know about. There's something, he had a habit of some sort. Whether maybe he was a spender.
I don't think
maybe
it's
he
$2
was a
million. I
spender.
think they're wrong about $2 million. I think $20 million would be. Well, no,
Absolutely.
not $20 million, probably.
Well, no, I would
you
say
20.
20 based alone on the fact that he has a house in Beverly Hills. That's $10 million right there.
If he took $1 million of those dollars, even from his CNN heyday, and he put that in some investment trust, it would compound. It would be more than 2 easily.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, just out of curiosity, I want to know, what are we listening to?
This is the homepage.
Thank you very much, Maddie.
She loves it. Look at her. Ear to ear.
A few weeks ago, Buffalo Bill's house, not the original Buffalo Bill, but Buffalo Bill, that Buffalo Bill.
I thought you meant where the team lived.
From Silence of the Lambs. It could have been 3. Could have been the guy with the fringe, leather fringe. It could have been the team that Jimmy loves so bad, but no, it's the Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
His house,
Okay.
Buffalo Bill,
Yeah.
He skins his victims. It sold after being listed for around $300,000. The house is located in Perryopolis, which is near Pittsburgh. The new owner plans to turn the home into a bed and breakfast.
Oh, what are they serving?
Human beings, liver and onions. It's just funny that so it would be possible for you to spend the night in the house where Clarice Starling finally caught Buffalo Bill. Bill's underground lair wasn't filmed at the house.
No,
but the new owner has a background as an art director and prop stylist, and he's planning to recreate the well.
Charming.
To give fans and visitors a photo opportunity, and presumably to make a little extra cash off the whole thing. In my opinion, the type of people that'll be sharing your B&B, if you choose to go to a bed and breakfast outside of Pittsburgh, in what appears to be a town with really nothing going for it, just to be where somebody ate people or skinned people, that's a little twisted.
It's a serial murder themed restaurant. Is what it is. Yeah.
If you're in your 20s and that's like you got nothing to lose, people go to the Jersey Shore house just to take pictures of themselves in front of that.
Yeah,
I'd have a little more respect.
But I mean, they do the same thing with the house for the Christmas story, but it has a certain warmth to it, right?
Now,
it's a different
If
mood.
I was taking reservations, though, and he got the thing all built with the Buffalo Bill house, and they said, I'd like a reservation for 2, and I'd say, are you a big old fat person? Sorry. One of the new dating terms to come out of the pandemic is Fauciing.
Oh.
Have you heard this one yet?
No.
This is where you stop dating someone because they're not taking social distancing or other precautions seriously enough. Dr. Fauci himself just found out about the term during an interview after a reporter told him all about it. It got a big laugh out of him. He does have a great sense of humor. He doesn't take himself too seriously. And then he jokingly threatened to, I'm going to Fauci you. Hey, go Fauci yourself. Fauci off.
Don't you think it'd be better as Fauching?
Fauching.
That sounds
a little sicker.
Yeah.
And now a little something, ladies and gentlemen. Most of the U.S. is covered in snow right now. We were talking about the cold snap at the beginning of this, and I know it's annoying when they don't plow your street right away, but is it the best way to handle it? This might not be. Europe had a ton of snow, too. And on Saturday, there's a guy in Ukraine who was angry that his road wasn't cleared yet. So he decided to confess to a fake murder. He called the cops and said he stabbed his mom's boyfriend in the chest and wanted to turn himself in.
Oh, no.
But he said they'd need to bring a plow because there was no way in or out. This is a long way to go to get your street plowed. They ended up getting there in an SUV. They didn't even bring a plow, so it didn't work. And when they showed up, the mom's boyfriend in Ukraine was fine. It turned out the guy's road had actually been plowed earlier that day, but he didn't think that they did a good enough job. It doesn't sound like he's facing real jail time, though. He could get hit with a very, very small $5 fine. $5. I guess that's the Ukraine currency rate right there. When asked about the fine, the man shook a $5 bill in the air and said, "You'll never get this. You'll never get this. La, 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 la. La, 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 la." Thank you. Thank you very much. We will take a break, everybody, and come back with more fun and more thrills right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
If you are a marijuana enthusiast, you are either thinking about the next time you're going to get it, how you're going to get it, where you're going to hide it. It's on your mind all the time.
That was my skull. I'm so wasted.
Score weed to find a dealer to get the good stuff.
Drugs are bad.
Oh my God, the Maui Wowie they have is the best.
I'm paranoid right now because I ate that cookie.
I am actually on LSD now.
The burning weed with its roots in hell.
Turn on, tune in, drop out, and subscribe to the TMOS Bonus Show.
The TMOS Bonus Show is an extra primo, top shelf fatty of laughs every week.
Don't harsh my buzz, dude. Subscribe to the TMOS Bonus Show and expand your mind.
Click the banner at MikeOMaraShow.com and my guy will totally hook you up. Let's get some Cheetos.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This portion of our program is brought to you by Movement. Once upon a time, in a tiny apartment in Southern California, two college dropouts teamed up to create a watch company that broke all the rules, dude. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I'm wearing my Movement watch, Mike.
Fair prices, unexpected colors, and clean original designs. Movement grew into one of the fastest-growing watch brands, shipping to over 160 countries across the globe. Movement watches have the look and quality of a $400 to $500 watch, but cost a fraction of that because they own their process from start to finish. You are going to love Movement as much as I do. Now Movement has expanded into blue light glasses, minimalist jewelry, and style essentials that don't break the bank, all designed out of their California headquarters. Now, if you got to spend all day in front of my computer, like me, the Ever-Scroll blue light filtering glasses are a game changer.
Cool, so cool.
Your eyes will feel protected. It really helps with eye strain and poor sleeping patterns, and I love the modern style of the frames. You are going to love these. If you want to elevate your look with style that doesn't break the bank, then join the Movement and get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to MVMT.com/TMOS. Again, that's MVMT.com/TMOS, and we thank you, Movement. We appreciate that. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. I don't have to play anything right now, right?
No, you're good.
Right?
You're good.
Okay, good. That's just trying to work out the bugs. That's all.
You're doing a great job.
Just like the guy in
and
Silence of the
Facebook
Lambs,
thinks so
Mike.
as well, Mike. I'm looking at all the comments. People like it. People say you look
Really?
great. Yes.
I hope so. I hope so. And you're on the snarky one, right? Where they
they
do
hate.
bad
They usually
things.
hate. Don't get me wrong. They're hating on Rob and I, but they like you.
Why are they hating on Rob and you? Why? What could they possibly be hating on?
I don't know. It's the usual. It's like Rob wore that last week. Oscar wears that shirt all the time. Yeah.
Well, I wear the same clothing. I'm wearing golf attire. I don't want to piss the rest of the country off today by telling them that it's going to be 78 degrees here today.
It sounds glorious.
That's really nice. I have a friend in Chicago that says they're getting 18 inches of snow to get on their 21 inches of snow, and they've run out of places to put it. So that's
it's the global extremes that we have. Before we continue here, I know that I have been talking about a little cryptically about weight loss, but if I don't say this publicly, I'm going to continue down the highway that I am traveling down right now. I had another one of those weekends. And I am firmly of the belief that there are several things I ate over the weekend that are so horrible for me. But it started where we went to an outdoor restaurant.
Okay.
And we get excited because we do this now and we get very, very excited to do. If there's a place that's outside with social distancing, we can do that. And, while it's probably not the best choice for everybody, I'm cool with it. And if you're outside, we go to this place. We roll up. Carla finds it on Facebook. Ooh. There's the first problem, okay? That she finds it on Facebook, and we drive in, and I look at the menu, and the menu looks like it's going to be pretty good. Now,
how did she find it? Was it a targeted ad for your neighborhood? Because I'm curious. We talk about targeted ads, so
I don't know.
Okay, does it open up into a larger suite?
I don't know.
I like that you guys go to different. Well, I don't like that you guys are going to restaurants, but that's a different conversation.
We don't go inside.
Still,
and we don't go crowded either.
It's an unnecessary risk for me, but that's selfish because I don't want you to die. For me,
the name of the restaurant, by the way, was British Strain.
Mike, I've read about them. They have a wonderful cocktail called the Droplet. If you want to try it,
the mask. Maddie, is my camera messed up again?
If you want to shift over a little bit, that'd be
you can do it with the camera or your body, whatever's easier.
That's the voice from the homepage.
This is Mike moving the camera.
Is that all right?
So you were saying?
I'm sorry.
You were saying?
You look like Harvey Dent. That's a comic book.
I like that you and
phone.
Hello.
Phone
yes.
Hold on a second. I'm going to put you on speaker. I'm sorry. Hello. Yes, go ahead.
We have found suspicious activities from your banking account.
Oh, this is bad.
Give him everything.
There is a legal case being filed under your name, and
Good.
there is an arrest warrant being issued for the same. In order to talk to an officer from Law Enforcement Unit of Federal Reserve System, please press 1 and hold the line.
Yes, you got to press 1.
Should I go for it?
Absolutely.
Go for it. Yeah,
absolutely.
Go for it. Yeah.
All right.
Remember, you're officer.
Yeah, this is a law enforcement officer.
Law Enforcement Department of Federal Reserve. How can I help you?
Oh, my God. They just told me that I'm in trouble with the law. What the hell am I going to do? Hello? Hello?
What?
They just told me that my accounts are being hacked and that I need to give all my personal information to you or it's going to result in disaster. How do I do that?
Ask if verify maybe the home address so I can confirm I'm talking to the right place?
No, you asshole. I can't give you my home address.
Ask if he wants your mom's maiden name.
Oh, he's gone. Dear. He's gone. I'm sorry.
We used to play a game.
That's good for the new show. That's a good omen. Yes, sirree.
We used to play a fun game around Podcast Village, and it was called passively breaking into someone's identity. You'd say, "Hey, Maddie, I can't remember the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. Can you remind me of those?"
That's the way it works. Man, anyway. So getting back to the weight thing.
Yes.
It's a never-ending battle. This is just like in my, food can be an addiction, right?
Of course.
So
when's the last time you were skinny? What year?
1970s.
No. I saw some pictures of you in the 80s.
When I started working with Don and prior to, I got fat in the 1980s.
You were pretty thin in 85, 86 when you started the morning show?
I was pretty thin, but I still was doughy.
Oh, yeah,
I gained my weight in college. I was probably my freshman year of college. I was still pretty thin.
Okay.
I wasn't, but I was always, by the time I got to like my junior and senior year with the abundance of alcohol and bad for you food, the ship was leaving the port, so to speak.
Got it.
There we are. So long, skinny days. But the real battle has been over, my in my 30s and 40s and 50s. And 60s. I'm so old. And so this is the way it starts. There's
I hate
a
that
little
you
snack.
have to pluralize 60s now. It used to be just 60, but
I'm
now
60 now.
It's 60s.
There is a tiny little snack that I have been using as, quote, a healthy snack.
Okay.
And that is an apple that is cut up in sections with a tiny little dollop of peanut butter to go with it. So you kind of eat the apples and the peanut butter at the same. It is one of my all-time favorite snacks. I truly love this snack. It's really enjoyable, and it's evolved. And yesterday was the ultimate Once a day, that is my treat. I enjoy that as opposed. Now, by the way, the previous treat was one of these Sargento snack breaks that have a perfectly portioned group of nuts and then cranberries and a little bit of cheese. That is a perfect calorically. But it's a tiny little, it fits in your hand.
Well, they're very strict.
Yeah, they're good. They're good when you're trying to lose weight, and it worked for me to lose weight.
They're very strict. It's the Italian word actually means the sergeant, and that's why they're being strict about it. They're like running their life.
No, they're Sargento. It's a name of people, and they make cheese. Ass. That's what they do. That's the. So I started him.
That's fun.
I was sitting there, and it started with just that little peanut butter, tiny little apple. Then slowly. Steadily, relentlessly, the peanut butter portion has begun to grow a little bit out of control.
Okay.
What type
Yesterday
of peanut butter?
was the. Pardon me?
What type of peanut butter? I'm sorry.
I believe it's Jif Creamy.
Okay.
Thank you. That's an excellent
the kind
choice.
you get in the 2-pack at the box store.
Love it.
That's an excellent
what we
choice. That or Peter Pan are probably my favorites.
Slowly but surely, I go into this, and then yesterday. Not only did I have 2 apples with peanut butter, one in the midday and one in the evening, but the first time that I enjoyed the peanut butter, I took what the equivalent of 2 heaping tablespoons of peanut butter on the plate both times. Then do you
go scoop, dollop, and then lick the spoon? Is that how you do it?
Were you there?
I'm just, Mike, that's how I would do it. And so I'm just wondering if we're on the same plane here.
Tradecraft.
Yeah.
Last night after this, and I'm hungry. I'm hungry, out of control hungry. I've eaten too much anyway during the day. I go for a 3rd apple. And there's no peanut butter, very little peanut butter in the plastic jar of Jif.
At this, I need to ask Mike what kind of apple and what size of apple, because they can be,
It was probably a variant on the Honey Crisp apple.
So it's a big guy.
It's not a super big one, but it's big enough.
Okay, all right.
It's big enough to really enjoy. It's an apple you can eat.
Sure.
And so, I take the spoon. This time it's a teaspoon, and it's remarkable how much peanut butter you can get out of what you believe is an empty jar when you put your mind to it. And Carla comes out from the bedroom, says nothing, but I know she was aware of it because she picked up the empty vessel of the peanut butter. And I'm just here to say publicly, that was my last hurrah. And, Carla's at the grocery store. We can't bring peanut butter now into the house because I will eat a jar of peanut butter a week if we keep doing that.
Mike, when you were extracting the final, and this is where you might realize you have a problem, as I do.
I thought you'd gone to something.
Hey, look at that!
Oh, we have another one. Did you get that at the grocery store?
Yeah, she knows what feeds you, what loves you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to die soon. I'm going to die soon with my peanut butter.
When you were extracting
you got that at
final,
Publix? You did.
Oh,
Did you?
boy.
Just step in for a second here. My tight
a second
shot here.
appearance.
Did you? What was your feeling when you saw me sitting with the jar?
Well, actually, I didn't notice it until this morning.
When you saw the empty jar?
Yeah, and then there was a spoon inside there, and I threw away the container. I thought, you know what? I'll give him some more. I'm going to the grocery store.
Oh, that's
non-GMO
so
and gluten-free.
That's so sweet.
7 grams of protein.
And Mike, you really haven't gone to the next level, because I've gone to the point when we've gotten an empty jar of peanut butter that I've gotten a spatula, because that's how you really, really get the jar clean.
Nobody can top. You want a spoon? No, I don't want a spoon. I'm not going to have any today. I'm going to. You really take a spatula?
When I
like
finished
that
it,
rend thing to really scoop.
When
the
I
inside?
finished it, you could have used it for food service without washing. That was clean.
So I was kind of taken aback.
So you were not prepared. You were not prepared.
No, I wasn't prepared for that.
Carrie,
at all.
one of the greatest things about Carrie is she has outwardly, even in the days of dating, anti-Valentine's Day. We never do anything, not even cards or anything. However, while we were watching a very, very mediocre show on Netflix called Firefly Lane, I did get up, and Sunday night I made her chocolate pudding from scratch. And that was my Valentine's Day gift for her.
You put any peanut butter in it?
No, but I did serve it with whipped topping.
I'm sorry. I ended up going to the store, got her a couple of outfits.
Oh, good.
I got her 3 outfits that were in the clearance rack.
Did you go to that boutique called The Afterthought?
The afterthought. She put 2 of them back, and are we having a meltdown? Are we having a meltdown with our video presentation?
I don't think so.
I'm curious. I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm sorry, Mike. This is on me. I don't have my phone today. Usually, I yell at them through my phone, and you never notice that. But now I have to do it. I have to do it through the
in person.
Can you share with our audience what they were doing? Since I'm dying.
They weren't doing anything wrong, and by yelling, I think is the wrong verbiage. Everything looks fine, but if it's not perfect, I like to let them know. So I want to make sure it's perfect.
And also, wasn't it nice that Pony got to see you walk for once?
You know, a little bit. Let me just mute this and just tell Pony one thing real quick.
Okay, very good. So you scored about 330 on the.
You're doing the same thing I'm doing. It doesn't make it funny when you're doing it, okay? Even when he goes away for a second, it's bad. But anyway, so yeah, all right. I was guilty of last-minuting.
You scored 333 on the outfits, right?
Hold on. Yeah, that sucks, though, because I really thought I did a nice job. I pride myself on having a fashion design sense, and it
dress
failed.
Your wife.
We've talked about this.
The clearance rack had been picked over. What I do is I go, well, I'm sorry, I buy clearance. I buy myself clearance, so I'm going to buy her clearance.
Clearance.
You know, it was terrible. How was Valentine's Day in the Santana household?
Terrible. My wife, I don't know how she did this. She probably thought I had it and loves me. I thought we had decided to do the no gifts bit, and I know it's not because we didn't want any gifts. It's just been so busy that I was like, hey, like Christmas is like really great for everybody. Let's just hit pause on Valentine's Day.
When do you think you had this conversation?
2 weeks ago.
Okay, so that's a pretty good time.
Yeah, let's hit pause on Valentine's Day, and your birthday's coming up on the 27th, so I'll get you then, right?
Right.
We're good. I got you covered then. Don't worry about me or anybody else. Hold on a sec.
God damn it! What are they? Something's going terribly wrong here, and I hate it. I really. Do you have any idea, Shecky?
I don't.
What's going on?
I have
Are you
no
blissfully
idea.
unaware of what's going on?
I'm not blissful. I'm concerned, but I mean, it looks fine on my presentation, so I have to guess it's something after our linkage.
As I said earlier.
Did you have an agreement with Pony 2 weeks ago about not doing anything on the 16th?
No. I said to my wife, let's not make it a big deal. It falls on a Sunday, and she was good with that. She ended up getting
Did Pony screw up the debut of our new equipment? And everything?
No, nothing got screwed up. I demand excellence, Mike. And when I see something,
I need more information.
Yeah,
I was getting an audit. So the resolution of the video was not up to snuff for me, and I monitor it real time. And it's usually it's perfect. You never see me just scurry away.
Is it because of me?
No, it's not because of you.
Is it because of my new camera?
No. This might be a network thing on our end.
You have to assign blame. You know, right now Mike wants blame more than anything in the world.
I need blame.
He needs it. He needs a scapegoat.
I will say that I thought we look a lot better than the way we look when I see myself on camera, but that might be because honestly, the camera adds 10 pounds once it hits the internet, right? Like I just realized I was like, man, I'm really 205 and not 200 again. This is nuts. Yeah, Mike, you look much better. See, now you're good. You're good.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah, and Mike, you're going to want to watch. By the way, watch the mail for your
I want more
Paul
people tuning into the video presentation too.
Yes.
All right, that's live.
That's why we're getting into this. So I appreciate that.
It's the live
study how to get over
presentation?
100 people all the time. It's live. We're live. Everything looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's fine.
So what I was clarifying to my wife is that, hey, just because you got me a card doesn't mean like I'm going to get you a card.
Right.
Like, that's not me. Nothing is nothing. Nothing means nothing. We're not going to do anything.
You've been married long enough to know that's not true.
It's never going to happen. It's a woman's holiday. They want something.
Yes.
And I'm not being sexist by saying it. It is a statement of fact. It is not misogynistic. It is not sexist. It is a woman's holiday. It's more important to women than it is to men in general. You know,
it's just a quiet one of those.
It was a quiet
little guy.
Yeah, probably valid.
Yeah, just a little guy, just in case.
That's it.
So that aside, if you make a pact, Mike, make a pact, you should stick to it.
Right.
So
it's an agreement by definition.
So the morning opens up, Sunday opens up. She's like, "Happy Valentine's Day," and then we're fine. We have a 1 o'clock at work. We're going to work. We're good. I meet with Mike at 11 a.m. So I leave the house early, and I meet with Mike. We get an hour and a half of work in, and then I call her and said, I'm picking you up to go to work. So be ready and on the stoop, please. So
Sunday is work day.
Sunday is work day. Every Sunday we work. And I pick her up on the stoop. She gets in the car real quick.
Is she actually standing outside?
Yeah, I don't need to wait. I tell her, like, literally, I'm 5 minutes out, and she's out there.
So
with
you're going
Santos.
from podcast A to podcast B.
Yes.
But the weather wasn't great, and she was forced to stand out there on Valentine's Day.
It was fine.
I'm sure
She
she's
jumps
fine.
in, and
She's
she hands me a
resilient,
card.
Mike.
She goes, Happy Valentine's.
Thanks for picking me up, husband.
There we go. All right.
She's like,
Do you have any chocolates?
She jumps in, and she says, Happy Valentine's Day, and gives me a card.
Aww.
And then I shove it on the side of the car.
Oh, the door. The convenience.
You didn't even open it?
We're running late, Mike. I'll open it later.
You're a monster.
He is
a
you could at
soulless
least
monster.
take 5 seconds to open the card up, for God's sake.
You're probably right. So moved on, got to work. Whole work day goes by. Get a lot of stuff done. She heads home. I head home. And around, I'd say 9 o'clock, she says, did you like my card? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to go get it from the car. So I go grab it from the car, and then I scurry.
Oh, you mean the card that's still in the convenience slot in my driver's side door?
Such a dick.
Yeah, you really are. That's
That's dickish. This is the most dickish thing you've done in a long time.
I didn't mean to do all of this. There was a lot going on,
Super
Mike.
dickish. I wish she was around. Is she floating around? I want to talk to her tomorrow.
Super dickish.
Get her in here. I want to talk. Is she going to be at the small place tomorrow or the big place?
We can get her in, but we have technology.
Yeah,
Phone
I'd like
calls,
to speak to
Zooms.
Shannon about
Yes.
Valentine's Day.
And then that's when I was like, Peach, because she was doing her hair as she was complaining about Valentine's Day. I said, one day we're going to think about the sweet time when you're sitting on the bed. And
you said that before.
Yeah. But that's why I gave her the whole hope. Let's do this.
You tease her with lies.
She doesn't need a lot, Oscar. She needs you to open the card that she gave you that she took the time to get at the drugstore.
It was fine. And
drugstore.
She wrote something sweet, and I said, I'll get you on your birthday.
Nice.
So her birthday is 2 weeks away.
You better try pretty hard.
You're an incurable romantic. That is just fantastic.
True love is hard to find.
All right, very good. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We'll take a break. We're going to come back with a new feature right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
I think it's all because of my daddy. I am the only daddy you got. I am the damn paterfamilias.
My supervisory capacity sometimes is a little diminished due to my advanced age. I've decided to exploit my son. He knows his daddy. Dad, you might be able to get 10% off your beer. Just imagine you could drink 10% more. Because they're 7 and they're boys, they can get into stuff. Sitting in the garage, playing with a box cutter. I'm Mike O'Mara. I'm Father of the Year.
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show is an extra hour of uncensored TMOS every week. Get a bonus show subscription and never miss any of the fatherly wisdom or advice from Mike O'Mara, Father of the Year.
Daddy wasn't there.
That's so nasty.
Sad.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Kiwico. We all have memories from childhood that shaped who we are today. With a Kiwico subscription, you and your child get everything you need to create unforgettable moments right now.
Oscar, talking about the present.
Right now.
Your child can get super cool hands-on science, art, and geography projects delivered to their door every month. Kiwico takes exploration to new heights, and everything they need is inside each colorful crate so your child can get started right away. It's hard to find new, creative ways to keep kids busy while stretching their brain, especially now. Kiwico can help. Plus, there's no commitment, so you can pause or cancel anytime. I love that Kiwico got my son interested in astronomy. That was so much fun for both of us. And he's got a new crate on the way. I'm going to tell you all about it when he gets it. He cannot wait. I can't wait. I'm ready for his next adventure. Kiwico, redefining learning with hands-on projects that build confidence, creativity, and critical thinking skills. There's something for every kid or kid at heart. Everybody at Kiwico, get 30% off your first month plus free shipping on any crate line with code TMOS at Kiwico.com. That's 30% off your first month at KIWICO.com. Promo code TMOS. Now, we hit the new music for the digital dumpster. Open it up, everybody. Come on now. There it is. Hey,
Hey, look, you know what I found in the digital dumpster? It's Oscar's Valentine's Day card.
There you go.
There it is.
Oscar, I'm going to play that for you one more time, and
Yes.
I want to see if you can hear the outlier that Rob, I noticed it, and then Rob mentioned it, and I didn't know it was in there. But there's something in that opening that that you have to, since we're starting today, it's the first day we're using this.
Yes.
Tell me what you hear. All right, here we go. Listen up.
Oh, it seems to be. It's not a paper bag. It's a plastic bag.
It's a hefty bag.
Yeah, it seems to be like some sort of plastic bag that hits. Now I can't tell if it's hitting other trash or if it's just hitting. It's like a thump.
It varies day to day, Oscar.
I'm terribly sorry. You've lost your chance. Let's bring in. Is Pony available or
Pony
is he
is
running
available.
around?
Pony's
Yeah, I'm right here.
Pony, I'm going to play
good.
that again and see if you can identify the outlier sound. Take a listen.
No, I don't hear it. I don't hear anything
very
weird.
Good. Let's go. Thank you. Nothing weird for you. Let's go to Maddie Masiello. Maddie, you standing by?
I am.
All right. See if you can understand this unlike anybody else. Let's listen. I'm going to turn it up a little bit.
I hear the homepage in the distance.
No, you don't. No, nobody heard it.
No.
Rob, is it because it's not coming through, or because I hear it every time because I'm listening for it?
I think
what
people
I'm talking
are playing
about.
coy.
Oh, they are.
Yes.
They're not
I
saying.
believe so. Yeah.
It might
Can
have been
no one hear?
Schmosker's idea and said we should probably not highlight it.
Really?
Yes.
We shouldn't highlight it.
Well, I mean, it just would be fun. Just people can figure it out.
Yeah,
on their own.
Okay, then we won't. Let's get right to it, Rob Spiewak.
Mike-
That's fine. Sorry about all that. Let's
Welcome
go.
to the Double D.
The Double D, the digital dumpster.
Do you remember back?
Was it Oscar's idea?
Yeah, and it was his idea to sort of hide it.
Sorry. Then I spotlighted it. All right. Okay,
Mike,
I'm done.
on Easter morning, do you say, there's an egg, there's an egg, there's an egg? Just curious.
Someone.
Sorry about that. Isn't this funny?
Facebook is loving this because they're like, we hear it.
Why
I'm
can't they
such
hear
an
it?
a-hole.
Why can't they hear it?
It's a joke. It's a stupid little
you
joke.
know
It's a
what?
tiny baby
No,
guy.
it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah,
No
it's
worries.
nothing.
Did you say the word?
No, it's a
You
tiny
said
little
the
baby.
word.
It's a tiny little baby guy joke. It's a little guy.
Yeah.
It's a little
Yeah.
guy. The joke itself is small, is what I'm saying.
You
Yeah,
mentioned
little
the
person,
B-A-B-Y
little
word, though,
person.
so you're worse than I am.
I
I
guess
never
so.
said baby. I never said it. You did
I was
right away
describing the
because
size
you're a
of the
last
joke.
word guy and you messed it up. I didn't say baby. You said baby, and then when you said, well, we probably wanted to keep it low key, I said, let's move on, and I moved off of it. So just play your sounds, for God's sake.
Mike, remember when you were a disc jockey?
God. You can outdumb me when I'm doing the dumbest thing I've done in the world. You managed to outdumb me. It's amazing.
You should thank me then.
God, you're dumb sometimes. Who says I'm dumb?
Who said
Go
I'm
ahead,
dumb?
Agarn.
Mike, remember did you like John Cougar or John Cougar Mellencamp or John Mellencamp in any of his variants?
Never did during my radio career. I never did there might be one or two songs that are okay, but suck it on until it down.
It's funny that would be the one. That would be the one lyric you spotlight because that is probably the most notable lyric in Jack and Diane. So a guy is trending. I believe it was on TikTok. He did his cover of Jack and Diane, but changed the lyrics.
Sucking on a chili dog, 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 sucking on a chili dog.
How did I do that?
Sucking on a dog, sucking on a chili dog, sucking on. Sucking on chili dog.
See, right?
Sucking on a dog,
Yes.
sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on chili, sucking on a dog.
I love
Sucking
that.
on a chili dog, sucking on chili dog.
So that's the one lyric you spotlighted, and apparently it rings with America's conscience. So.
Oh, that's awesome. I enjoyed that. And for Cougar haters, that's a good piece. I
So
like that a
let
lot.
us move, Mike, to Poland, the homeland of the Spiewaks. And there is, of course, a Polish parking garage there. And there lies a guitarist named Marcin, let me get his name right, Partrizalik, and he's covering the Led Zeppelin song Kashmir. But here's his deal. He's called a guitarist percussionist. So while he's strumming with his thumb, he's using the rest of his hand to actually play beats on the guitar. And it's remarkable to hear, especially with the acoustics of the parking garage. Check this out. This is one guy, one guitar, one Polish parking garage.
As I'm listening to that, I'm just thinking about the mom that maybe has a sleeping baby that she's getting out of her car and in the parking garage, going to like have a doctor's appointment or something like that. And this douche is on like level 4, getting his guitar and narcissism on. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I had a band and I had an issue with my guitar players. I had one standing order for the guitar players. Turn it down. Turn it down, turn it down.
Oh, no.
Down.
They don't do that.
Thank you.
But it's worse than the guitarists or trumpet players, just so you know.
Really? Well, we didn't have
trumpet
horn
players
sections
love
except for
to
some
be loud.
Specialty occasion. Had a sax player for a while. All right, go ahead.
So, we're talking about all the cold weather. Kentucky is not normally known for having really, really intense weather, but they had a weird system go through where the water fell, then the temperature dropped. All the grass, Kentucky bluegrass, was ice-coated. This is the sound of a man just pressing down on the grass in his yard.
It's a lot of trees down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Seattle, do you know that the observation deck of the Space Needle is open, right? It's like it doesn't have a cover. They've gotten so much snow, they can't wait for it. They can't let it melt on its own, and they can't throw it off the Space Needle, so they're having to take it down the elevator.
We have de-icers, we melt it, and then what we have on the inside observation deck, since it's open air, we actually have to shovel that and hand bring it down through our elevators.
Oh my God.
Because they kill somebody if they tried to just like scoop it off the top?
I think it would probably be labeled as unsafe.
Sort of liability.
Yeah. Don't you know that if you drop the
it was
penny off the
fluffy
Eiffel
snow,
Tower,
but I mean, if it's the heavy, intense snow, but I think that that's amazing, dedication to safety. If I ran the joint, I'd be like, just kick it off the top of the,
Or put some heated mats on. Let it just melt off.
Yeah, just have
into
water
rain.
come down and melt it. It just seems like, it seems like maybe they're doing what that guy in the garage in Poland was doing. Sort of a variety of Polish joke there.
it is. And you know what, Mike? It's okay.
I mean, I just get the impression I've worked for people like that, engineers, broadcast engineers, program directors. You imagine that? You're on the maintenance crew and, you're showing up for work and there's been a little snow. It's like, listen, we really just don't want you to shove it off the top and maybe like establish a perimeter. We want you to shovel it, hand it to Roy and have Roy go down in the elevator and then take it about a mile down the road. Somebody's making busy work right there, in my opinion. I really don't. Or just wait.
I know we don't have any visitors and we've been closed for about a year.
Exactly. Listen, I got a project for us today. You're going to love this one.
Busy day.
Just sounds stupid on top of stupid.
They're not taking my recommendation. I said we need to use the Space Needle to do the world's largest vaccination. That's what you need it for.
Giant ass coming down. And it wouldn't be in the arm. It would just be a giant ass. A giant ass inoculation on the space. God's getting a vaccine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So Dave Chappelle's fans came through for him. He made an announcement yesterday. Remember, he said when he wasn't getting money for his show streaming on Netflix, he said, please don't watch my show on Netflix. And guess what? Netflix, they blinked.
I never asked Comedy Central for anything. If you remember, I said, I'm going to my real boss, and I came to you because I know where my power lies. I asked you to stop watching the show, and thank God Almighty for you, you did. You made that show worthless because without your eyes, it's nothing. And when you stopped watching it, they called me, and I got my name back. And I got my license back, and I got my show back, and they paid me millions of dollars. Thank you very much. And finally, after all these years, I can finally say to Comedy Central, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Love it.
I misspoke.
That's
I said
good.
Netflix. I meant to say Comedy Central. Please
Comedy
forgive me.
Central. Good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his property. That's the only thing he's got. Go for it. And he makes them billions of dollars.
He played it smart. He played it so smart. Mike, most amazing thing about this piece of tape is that it's not Florida. It's St. Louis. In St. Louis, they stole a funeral hearse. And what they didn't know is the thieves that took it, it had a body in the back of it. But don't worry, they caught them at the Walmart.
This is an original one. I've never dealt with anything like this before. There's plenty of stolen vehicles, but never a stolen hearse with a deceased in it. We heard that they had been through gas stations. They were observed on videos everywhere from Illinois to North St. Louis County to basically all over the map of the local area.
So they caught him at Walmart, though.
Wow.
Of course, because where are you
gross.
going to go?
Yeah. Well, we go to a garage in Poland.
And suck on a chili dog, Mike.
Exactly.
Let us close with this. A German YouTuber. I don't normally follow a lot of German YouTubers, but I think you'll like this, Mike, because to the Germans, baseball is a most foreign concept.
Okay.
So here is a German YouTuber explaining American baseball.
We have some pillows on the dirt. People just stand all around. They make a grabbing of the downstairs. Look around. Then man with stick is there. And then man look at stick man. Boom. He throw a ball to the stick man. If he make a miss of 3 times, then out. But if 4 times but the throw is bad, boom, then he may walk to a pillow. But if he hit a ball very far, then he may run on all the pillows around the pillows. And sometimes someone is stealing the pillows. If you hit a man with a ball, then he may run to the pillows. And many people, they sit in a trench and they look around and
trench.
They spit in the hat. Then they run to the field. After 7 times I've run on field, everyone sing a song about popcorn.
That's your magic. I'm sorry. That's your double D. Close that digital dumpster.
There you go.
Have a great Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Hope you like the show. Hope you like some of our new impressions. Not impressions. I'm sorry. Your new images. I don't know. I'm sorry. Did the best we could. Hope you enjoyed everything, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with another brand new episode tomorrow for Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana. By the way, new closing music as well. Hope you enjoy that. This is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Good job.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Oh, good for you.